Hello, patrons. Welcome back to Asura's Wrath. So much wrath, man. All right, so here we are at the beginning of part 3. It's giving us all the freaking titles again. I told you this is what was going to happen, right, Grant?
Jeez. In the lake of pillar heads.
Yep.
Oh, what is this?
It's Asura.
I thought that was cleavage. It turned out it was his eyebrows.
It's like that. Have you ever seen that chat roulette video where it looks like a vajayjay and then it opens it into somebody's eyeball?
Oh, jeez.
It's like they got the camera sideways.
No.
All right, so Asura, he fell down before. He fell to Earth.
Oh, yeah,
Or
yeah.
he
He got
fell
exiled.
To Baraka.
Oh, he's in Baraka?
Yeah. Baraka Obama. I doubt you would
That's
understand.
like a Hindu thing?
So now.
Am I wrong? Is that not Hindu?
I have no idea. Probably. I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
What,
Ah!
Oh, it's a golden spider.
Yuck. That's what they were stealing.
Apparently he's a buddy, though.
Start climbing then.
Oh, corduroy face.
Would you trust a golden mechanical spider that just came and started telling you to do stuff?
Yes, but only because of Clash of the Titans.
Oh, okay.
Where you trust a golden
Up on the left. Up. There you go.
boom. Up on the left. I
Up
thought
on
it was
left.
saying push.
Yeah. That's
So I just
L3
had
and
to push
R3.
it once and it just does it now?
Yes.
Wow, this game is easy.
Yeah, well, you're about to get to, I believe, the training part for, I think, if I remember correctly. So I'd like to address a couple things real fast while we're
Okay.
getting started. Numero uno, folks, I can't actually disable monetization on these videos right now, which I normally do.
Yeah.
So if you've seen an ad before this comes out, it's just because Capcom keeps grabbing this shit off YouTube. Okay. Oh, you're fighting with Hugh Jackman this time.
The goat man. He's got goat ears there.
Rush. Well,
Man, look at that big cod piece. It's like Lady Deathstrike sized cod piece. What
all
do I
right.
do? Hit him.
Circle buttons.
Yeah.
So number 2 is we've had some people who have asked like if we're actually going to go back and play all of The Witcher. We might, but it was probably not going to be until we're at least done with this.
Oh, were people disappointed that we're doing this?
Yeah, I mean, some people really wanted us to play The Witcher, but like I said, so you got to do heavy attacks now. You got heavy attacks.
Okay.
You got.
Okay, I'll let it chill, dude.
Um,
Bum, 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 bum.
and I looked at the likes and dislikes, and we had say maybe like 20% dislikes, but that's not enough to really stop us at this point. So this game is pretty short, and we'll be through it in not a whole shit ton of time. It's also completely ridiculous. Some people were talking about, I don't like anime, I don't like this, I don't like that. But
I don't think it matters, dude. I don't like it necessarily either.
well,
But this is just weird.
It's also so hold down the
We're
circle
fighting
button.
a bunch of red-ass baboons. Hold down the circle. Yeah,
Hold down the circle button. So yeah, I mean this shouldn't take all that long, at least as compared to The Last of Us and some of the other stuff that we've done. So yeah, and one thing that I've learned, Grant, is that you can't. Okay, after pressing X, you cannot please all the people all the time. So. No matter what we play, somebody's going to be pissed off at that. We have people who weren't watching us play The Last of Us.
But we do want to try and appease you guys. We like you.
Yeah, definitely. But there's too many different. So we're going to go with this for a little while.
Yeah.
Um,
Oops, come here. Triangle.
all right, Hugh Jackman, what do you got?
What do you got?
What do you got next?
I'll show you guys what I got.
Is
I
that-
got a lovely boomerang.
What is that supposed to be?
He's Hugh Jackman. He's Australian.
Is
right?
that supposed to be Australia that you're spitting at me?
You done reckon right, jolly good
Okay,
sir.
you got to get hit, and you got to hit X to recover.
We like kangaroos and fosters.
That's not even remotely. Grant,
What?
you got to get hit and then press X after you get hit to recover. There you go.
What? Why is this more tutorial?
It's
We're already
all
on chapter
it's
3.
all tutorial. So this entirely tutorial.
The entire game?
No, this whole chapter is tutorial. You've got to get hit, and then you got to hit the X button to recover. Again.
Fine. Just fucking hit me, gorilla. Come on. Recover.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna pull up.
Get hit again. Get hit again.
Few questions. Let me see here.
Come on, hit me. Press R1 to evade. All right.
Matthew asks, do you guys own any Mondo posters? And if so, which ones? Grant, do you own any Mondo posters?
Yeah, well, I ended up purchasing the
Are you hitting R1?
Ollie Moss one. I got an Ollie Moss that was Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Okay.
I am hitting the R1. Do
Um,
I get it yet?
yeah, you got it. It's
not
once it
hard.
goes off the screen.
Yeah.
So you have the one.
yeah, well, no, I also bought a True Detective one when they were doing that.
Okay.
So we did a TV Dudes giveaway with it
Okay.
because it was kind of cool.
I hit the button,
You got to do it. You got to do it in time.
All right.
You got to stand still, wait for him to hit you, and then when the thing comes up, hit it. There you go.
Aha.
Boom. I don't like Mondo posters the way that they go on sale, or I don't know if it's still like this, but do they still go on sale and then sell out immediately?
A lot of them, if not most of them, all of them. I also went to the Mike Mitchell one.
Okay.
I went to the actual gallery show for that, and he did all the 50 side silhouette portraits, not silhouettes.
Okay.
The 5 portraits of X or Marvel characters,
Okay.
and I got a bunch of those. Lock on,
Okay.
and then what? Okay. How about that guy? Oh, okay.
Switch between targets. Yep. Yeah, I feel the same way about Mondo posters that I do about waiting in line for barbecue. Is
Yeah.
that I'm not willing to, like, if I want to buy a thing, I just want to buy it. I don't want to have to I don't want to have to like specifically get up on a website and like try to catch a thing. It's why I won't buy like ACL tickets or things like that. Is I hate it when there's just such a time limited factor on a thing. Also, I don't have anything on my walls at all, and so the Mondo posters, that doesn't really work for me.
Yeah, you should put some prints up on your walls.
Yeah, I probably should. I should put prints on my walls.
Oh, you should just
The-
put some prints. Yeah.
Artist formerly known as. Is he still Symbol?
Fuck, I don't know. Isn't he grown up? Has he moved past that?
I don't know.
There we go.
What is Prince even doing now? Is he the leader of his own religion? Why are we focused on your crotch?
It's a lovely crotch.
Oh my God.
It's got that nice little crotch cover. You don't spend a lot of money on a crotch cover and not show it off in a video game.
Okay, a metal cod piece.
Yes.
All right, you got to shoot that down, Grant. You ready?
Yeah.
Use rapid fire to shoot down incoming. Bow. Okay.
Yeah, this game kind of makes it easy for me.
Rah. So this is like the most complex this game ever gets.
Okay.
Is
Missed
the shooting and the fighting and that kind of stuff that you're doing right
that.
now.
Got that one. Get this one. Boom.
All right, let me pull up another question.
Okay.
Are you
But yeah,
shooting him now?
I like watching the Mondo things. I just have so many posters at my house, and I can't even put a lot of them on there.
Yeah.
That my wife gets mad at me collecting too many things.
Wait, hold on.
Just wasting money at this point.
I can't get any more comments here. Let's see. Jeff, okay, Josh asked, Jeff mentioned in another video that he doesn't like kids in his movies. That makes me think, has there ever been a kid/teenager in a film that was so good as an actor it raised a mediocre film to a higher level?
Yeah, Sixth Sense is easily one of the first ones I go to. Haley Joel Osment was excellent in that.
I disagree, but I think he's just got a face that looks all like...
What? He was such a great actor.
I would say Edward Furlong in Terminator 2 really elevated that movie to another
Was
level.
he a kid?
We said kid/teenager.
Yeah.
The answer really is not really. So, okay, this is important. Inflicting and receiving damage increases the unlimited gauge. Once it's full, then you can hit L2 for burst.
Okay.
So
So
now I'm gonna attack you. Ah.
you got to use everything that you've learned to attack the
I've
fuck out of
learned
him.
much, Master.
Mm-mm.
You got to lock onto him, Grant. Lock onto him. The L1.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Well, no, it's not letting me right now.
Okay. Oh, you're filling it up.
Yeah, as far as other kid, Abigail Breslin, I think has been pretty great in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I thought her in Little Miss Sunshine was really great. Liked her in Zombieland.
I don't really. Once again, as the question stated in its
Chloe
initial
Moretz
thing.
in Hit Girl as Hit Girl.
I
thought she was pretty.
don't really
solid.
have any interest in watching kids in movies. All right, hit L2.
L2.
Unlimited mode. You're increased. You cannot overheat.
Oh, good.
Is he like?
I didn't know he was overheating before.
Yeah, that's the one. The little circle comes up.
Oh, okay.
Hit triangle. He's like an 85 like Buick LeSabre, right?
Yeah.
In the summertime, you can have enough antifreeze.
No overheating.
Okay.
Not anymore. No longer one.
Yeah, that's the little circle is. That's when you remember when you can't use your triangle attack when the little circle's up.
Yeah, you don't like any kids.
I don't. Yeah, not really. Not in movies. Really, very much at all.
I don't understand that because
I
there's totally like a ton of little kids that are kind of badass actors.
I have no interest in watching kids do stuff because the stories that they're in generally tend to be not really what I'm interested in watching. So,
Dude,
I mean, even in Guardians of the
Thanking your
Galaxy,
ass.
that kid at the beginning, I didn't care for him. That was playing. Well, okay,
Well,
sorry, that's might be a little bit of a spoiler, but
no, I mean that's fine. It's in the very beginning. I don't think so. I thought he was fine. I didn't care for that overall intro. It's just a little bit.
wait, what's going on?
I thought it was one of the
Hit the L2 button.
less
Hit the L2 button.
interesting
L2 button.
intros. Oh, there we go.
And I got to hit him with your burst gauge up.
And
Burst! R2! R2!
R2.
There you go.
Okay.
Burst! Burst, 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 burst.
Whoa.
Wait, okay, so, yeah, you ready? This
Okay.
is. I'm hoping this game is going to teach you where all the buttons on the controller are. So you want to hit it when the ring comes right down into the middle.
Yeah, well, it didn't give me much time.
Well, yeah, that's why
Thought I did.
That's why it's a quick time event. That's why we play Dragon's Lair to get you ready.
That's why. That was my training.
What? My
Oh.
reward was a headbutt.
He just headbutted me hardcore.
That's a terrible reward. That's a
Did I just
terrible
lose the
reward.
game?
Yes, that's game over. You're done. No.
He was supposed to do that.
Yeah.
This game
Okay,
is
I'm
so
trying to
cheap
find-
they wouldn't invest in that animation otherwise.
I'm trying to find more comments, but my
is this
YouTube
guy my
app.
friend?
Yeah, it's one of the 8 generals. Remember from the very beginning?
Yeah,
purity
but
levels and
like I
stuff?
thought one of the 8 generals just cast me out.
He did. This is a flashback. This is what you're thinking of as you're climbing the giant spider pole.
Okay.
It's
That is your name, Asura.
dude. You need to just grab
So-
that thing and crush it in your hands.
No, that's Bubo.
Why couldn't you
Bubo
you
in spider form.
use all 9 of your arms?
face there. Awkward.
Oh, commercial time.
Oh shit! Did we just finish chapter 3?
No, this is the midpoint of chapter 3.
Okay.
And
Previously on.
that'll
Asura's
happen
right.
later on. Okay, so now,
We're gonna get another little movie.
no, I think
Now I use my skills.
yes. Use all the skills that you have learned in your training sequence to build up your bar, hit the burst and the boost. Are you just jamming on the buttons, Grant?
Yes. I learned all those
You
things so
can't-
that I could just button
You
jam.
can't just jam on the buttons. It won't work like. Well, I guess it'll kind of work like that.
Sure I can, man.
Yeah, I can't look up any more questions. This is kind of stupid.
Why? What happened?
I don't know. The YouTube app on my phone will give me those questions and no more questions, apparently. I'm going to try.
Did you guys not ask us questions?
No, they totally did. I just can't seem to pull them up on my phone.
Okay, well, you can pull it up on the other one. Meanwhile, I'm going to talk about more great kid actors out there.
Okay.
There's this little kid named Webster.
Uh-huh. Wait, that's
He
not
was
a kid,
a great
is it?
actor. He was like 40 years
He's
old.
not a
or something.
kid.
But he looked like a kid. Gary Coleman.
Okay,
Great
you got
kid
your
actor.
your burst is your L2 is ready to
Oh, yeah,
L2
yeah,
it
okay.
up. You got to your main goal in this game is to build up
Get
those
my L2 off.
get your L2 up and then get that orange bar up, and then when the orange bar gets all the way up, you hit R2, and then that will burst and end whatever the action sequence is that you're in.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
I mean, just like it seems like his throat would get tired from going.
He's in a metal band. He practices all the time.
He's into baby metal. Yeah, he's super into baby metal.
You're the only one who's into baby metal.
Dude, baby metal is awesome. I don't know what you're talking
You're
about.
trying to get everyone else into this baby metal. Did I not max out on that red thing yet? It's really
no.
close.
Oh no, the orange bar at the
Yeah.
top. No, it's got to go all the way to the other side.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. That's why you want to hit the L2 button so that you can do the
All right,
attacks
all right.
way more. Are you using the triangle button when you're like that? When you're bursted, you want to use triangle more because you don't overheat.
I don't want to?
No, you do. You do want to because
Oh,
you're not
okay.
going to overheat.
Yeah, I just use it everywhere. Yeah! Oh, it still needs to, like, kind of recoup, it seems like.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at a certain point, it overheats. So when you're in burst mode, it doesn't overheat. When you hit the L2 button, then it doesn't overheat for a few seconds.
Gotcha, okay.
That's why you want to use that when you
my guy
hit the
die?
L2. Oh, yeah. The blue bar at the top is your health.
Oh.
If it gets all the way down, then you're dead.
Whoops.
Are you so what do you give Asura's Wrath so far, Grant? Out of 10.
Oh.
L2, and then use your triangles.
6? I'm not, like, amazed by the story or anything, and it just seems kind of goofy.
We had that question come up a lot. Did you hit L2? Okay. I'm sorry, I don't mean to do that. It's just that
It's habit, dude.
that's like, well, it's just that that's the only way to get shit done in this game, right? Is that not using that, it takes forever.
Yeah, but that's how I play a game, man. I play it the long way.
How important is story to you in a video game? I mean, you don't play that many games outside of what you play on the show, but do you feel? I mean, how important do you feel that story is for you in the experience of playing a game?
I mean, this one's trying.
uh-huh.
I like story.
L2.
All right.
Hey, keep an eye on that up at the top middle.
Boom. Here we go. And one for your mother. And one for your brother. And one for your auntie, bitch. I kind of missed them. I guess you can't jump into it.
Okay, there you go. Now it's time for bursts.
Ahem. There we go.
I am a mountain volcano of fury. Game over. Now, so wait,
So what do I think about story? I kind of prefer story, I guess, to be interesting or to have a fun play technique. And right here, like you're saying, it's pretty simple, which I guess was good for us to be able to just kind of talk.
Yeah.
And I mean to not have to think about it, but me not thinking about it means you going, L2,
yeah,
triangle, L2, come on.
I mean, there's a little bit to the actual that fighting part. Like, there's other parts where you're like the flying through space part at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Where it's a lot easier, and then there's quick time events where it's just going to be prompting you to hit buttons and combinations of like levers and stuff. But that part you actually have to pay attention to the buildup of the meter and stuff like that.
I mean, it's not that this isn't trying with a storyline, but I find that it's a little bit immature. I don't think that it takes itself seriously, and I don't take it seriously.
You don't think it's taking itself seriously?
No, I think everything's over the top and like super extreme. Everyone's got like extreme heightened emotions, which I often also associate with like anime type stuff.
Okay.
It's like everyone is so angry about everything and just like everyone's yelling all the time.
Yeah,
We're all a
okay,
bunch of moody 14-year-olds.
Okay, so this I mean, I think this would be an interesting question though, right? Is that like I feel that way about like the Nolan Batman movies. Is that everybody is so fucking dark and serious about everything and over the top all the goddamn time that I have the same hard time taking it seriously. But you generally tend to see that levied against anime more than you would see it levied against like. Pick a show on TV, man. I watched 2 seasons of House, and it's the exact same goddamn thing where everybody's always like, nobody takes anything seriously, and everything is the exact same emotional state. I find that, as far as deep, nuanced emotion and storytelling goes, I find that to be really, really rare.
In the hierarchy of like emotions, though, I think just yelling and being crotchety about things all the time comes across as a lot more immature than being mopey and depressed, or like, just very serious all the time. I watch the show Killing.
Yeah.
It's dark and everyone's always serious. There's no levity to it.
Yeah.
But I still take it seriously because I think they're having to deal with a lot of heavy issues and they're dealing with them in a very sad but realistic way.
Mm-hmm.
Here, everyone's just like constantly cranky and yelling and exaggerated movements with everything.
Well, that's just...
This comes across as skewing to a younger demographic.
See, I think you're being real dismissive about it.
I probably am.
Come
on, look at this. It's nonstop. The game's called Asura's Wrath.
Yeah. I think that it's one of those. Okay, and I don't believe this because honestly, Grant, when we did our review for this back in the old days, I was like just skewering the fuck out of this game. Like I was like, I was basically saying the exact same things that you're saying right now. But on another level, I could definitely see where it's a fun ride, and if you just refuse to engage with it in any way, shape, or form because it's over the top, then of course it's not going to be very fun. But I mean, if you look at it,
I'm
like,
not saying it's not fun.
Okay,
I'm just saying I'm not like super wowed. I gave it a 6 or 7. I thought that's okay, or 5 or 6 rather.
Yeah,
that's okay. I think there's a lot of shittier games out there.
Yeah,
but it's not like blowing my socks off.
I think it's
Last of Us blew my socks off.
See, okay, I guess that's one of the reasons. I guess that's one of the things where I kind of get a little bit, where my own personal tastes get a little bit weirded out. Right? Is that because I find the oppressive tone of The Last of Us in some cases to be cheap, because they're just relying on these dark story tropes that I've seen so many times that they're actually cliche. Like the same way,
I'd say Uncharted is also in the same way, but that has like a fun adventure.
Right.
To it.
Well, I like the story of Uncharted better because it has some levity to it, and because it's not relying on the darkness of the storytelling
you
matter.
don't like DC films as much as Marvel films.
Oh, I'm so on record for that. Like so far on record for that. Because
are you angry that DC is taking a dark tone?
Absolutely. I'm 100% angry about that.
Really?
I find it to be we talked about this on the email show last week, Grant.
Oh yeah.
I think it's really easy if you're a writer to make everything dark and gritty, because it instantly makes everything really serious, right? To me it's a cop out, because when you just okay, hold on, we got to see what's going to happen next time. All right, just skip this because we're going to keep going. The select button. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Next episode, let's do it.
Is that I find that type of writing in this day and age to be cheap, because it's like, oh, you killed a kid, or oh, I've got a dark troubled past, or oh, this and this, and it's like it's a shorthand to make people care about your characters without actually investing in them. And I generally find it to just be kind of, a lot of times it comes across to me as dull. That it's one of the reasons I watched one episode of The Walking Dead and couldn't get into it, because it's just like, oh, it's this again. It's oppressive, shitty, everything is dark and everything is ruined and everything is grim and hopeless, when honestly that's not really even the way the world is. It's just an easy way to do storytelling that makes people, that heightens the emotions, as far as I'm concerned, in the exact same way that you get when you've got 10,000-year-old fucking rock gods throwing squid ships at each other, because they're both just a shorthand to getting to people's emotions. And I feel like this day and age that the dark version has been much more legitimized. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop talking. I've been talking for
No. I mean, I see your point.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree that it's easy, because I think there's plenty of examples of people doing dark and they do it poorly. And in fact, I think The Walking Dead is a great example of one that does it poorly.
Yeah.
I don't like The Walking Dead for the most part, except, I think I go back and forth. I didn't like it until this most recent season. I thought this most recent season, near the end, it started actually doing characterization. I think the problem with The Walking Dead was that they were relying too much on just being dark and exploitative and just going for shock factor.
Yeah.
And when they talked about, like, oh, the whole second season they left it on the farm so that they could develop characters, and they didn't develop the characters at all.
Yeah.
And then finally in this last season they started developing the characters, making them into people, and it shouldn't have taken 5 seasons for them to do that.
I agree.
But they're finally doing it, and it's making it a lot more interesting. It's one of those shows I hate watch. I absolutely just watch it out of hate, like hoping for to watch all the bad things and then bitch about it later.
See,
but it got better.
I guess for me is that there was a time in my life when I was definitely into that sort of the dark and gritty, realistic media and stuff. Mm-hmm. But the problem that I have
so it's
is
been 1,200 years.
Yes, it's been 1,200 years since the beginning. Yes.
Okay.
Since he fell to Earth. Time is weird in this game.
That's kind of interesting.
So, for my money, there was a time when I took stuff like that.
Oh, you see that?
Yep. You just
throw a monkey
slap
into the other one.
slap that monkey, Grant.
Man, spanking him.
Spank the monkey with another monkey.
Can that be our new catchphrase? Spank the monkey. Or is that a little bit too masturbatorial?
You're just playing with yourself. It's, I'd love to see a show that has a dark tone, that have people in it that are not just like
there we go.
just spouting off platitudes at each other that sound good, but that are actually like talking about things the way that real human beings do, instead of giving speeches and shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
even a hard time or whatever, or when you have people that are
so do you not like True Detective as much? Because it's very much that.
True Detective didn't. I still have problems with the end of True Detective, like a lot of people, where they were
that very ending thing about like the light thing.
Yeah, they're just setting up what's going to happen, and then what ended up happening was like, oh, okay.
I was reading some article about how that's very much taken from like an Alan Moore book.
Yeah,
the ending. And it's like, isn't everything just taken
everything's
from Alan
just
Moore?
yeah, Alan Moore he wrote everything, and now we're just. So okay, it's been 10,000 years. The Gomas are attacking, and then the Angels are sending down their purification troops.
Oh shit!
But
they came and fucked with the wrong general. Does he have a communist little marking on his shoulder blade?
A hammer and
Keeps
sickle?
looking like a sickle.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel that a lot of that type of media gets a pass, and I don't think it should a lot of times.
Okay.
Plus, I personally feel that when you cultivate, and so much of media these days, Grant, is really dark and not very hopeful. It's very realistic and very gritty. And I feel that when you do that, when you portray everything in that way, that it actually influences our culture to become more dark and gritty and hopeless about when you portray people as.
Do you think so?
Sons of bitches? Yeah, I really do. That when
is that in the same way vein as like a bunch of violence in video games makes people more violent?
No, not really, because video games are
more desensitized.
Well, yeah, in some ways, yes. It depends on the video game. I don't necessarily think the violence. I don't believe in the violence begets violence thing. I don't believe in that. Hit L2. You got your L2 meters up. There you go. That motherfucker. I don't really believe in that because people have been talking about that for years and years. What I believe is that the overall tone of our culture is becoming is being portrayed as more hopeless. Well, that's not necessarily true. I think that it is a thing that can filter down eventually into people. Is that when you have these stories that people as teenagers grow up seeing that are all about like how everybody in the zombie apocalypse, all human beings at heart are like rapist killers who are just waiting for society to break down so we can all fuck each other to death. Sure. That eventually people start believing that because you portrayed it, and people will naturally emulate things that they see in media.
Fuck, come on, how'd I miss that again?
And I think it's a much more subtle thing than just like violence.
I don't necessarily just have to have dark shows. I certainly gravitate towards certain ones.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that we're less afraid of dealing with dark subject matter, and I think that certain shows have dealt with it in very fascinating and mature ways.
See, I guess I just find that like even in True Detective, like there was never a voice in True Detective that was hopeful. Both sides of both Woody Harrelson and McConaughey in True Detective were very nihilistic, very dark in their thinking and their modality. Like I would have liked to have seen Woody Harrelson's character be like, well, fuck it, I'm going to just straighten up and be a good person because people can change and people can put the value of their family over wanting to fuck people, right? And that the more that you portray people who are supposed to be in some ways, oh shit, dude, you're almost dead. Yeah. L2 burst.
He pissed me off this time.
Get over there and no. Whoa, go watch out.
How do I counter that shit?
That's what the triangle button is for when it brings the triangle prompt up. Not that one. You've got to just when he leaps in.
Damn it.
Yep.
Yeah, let's restart from the last checkpoint. Where are we at on time?
Oh, yep. We're almost out of time. We got to finish this chapter though before we can stop.
Okay.
You just got the
Boom! There we go.
You got the too legit to quit achievement, Grant.
Did I really?
You did. It just popped up.
Sweet.
L2, 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 L2.
There we go.
So make sure to when you're doing that, I think you're supposed to be holding down the
Boom! I need to hit that
square
like
button. So you're just looking. It doesn't really matter how many of these guys you kill. What matters is getting the red meter up before your blue meter's all the way gone. With that guy, you're going to need to dodge his attacks when he comes at you, like R1 to get out of the way of that, or triangle when it prompts you.
Damn. Okay.
You got to get out of the way. R1 when he's getting ready to hit.
I find we have a lot more interesting conversations in our Patreon videos
Yeah.
than in a lot of our dojos. Which, hey, bonus for you patrons.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, a lot of people disagree with what I'm saying, and I understand that.
That's fine.
But I do honestly think that that especially in like that's one of the reasons that I hated Superman or Man of Steel so much, was that I felt like it was so fucking cynical, and that I like Superman as a bastion, like a beacon of like what we can do as people.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't sound like it a lot of times, but I really am an optimist at heart when it comes to humanity and what we can do. And I hate the fact that everything is portrayed as we're so dark and so cynical and so...
Everything's shitty and everyone's miserable.
Yeah, and I really do feel like that shit... Did you hit it?
I missed it? No.
Yeah, when you hit the burst button, it's going to give you quick time events, so...
Okay. Well, I didn't get the extra super mega punch.
Super
But I think
Mega
we
Punch!
finished this chapter?
No, I think you got a quick time event to do on this ship, I think.
Oh, so there's probably a commercial break.
No. Oh, wait. Guess we had a commercial break. Yeah, we still have to hit the commercial break. I want to try to get through 2 chapters per.
Okay.
Because there's only like 15 chapters total. These guys have like built-in buck teeth. Oh, shit. Is it this part?
What is that?
Oh, you'll see. I don't know if it goes all the way.
Dude?
Yeah. Whoa, dude. You guys might want to point those all in the right direction.
Oh, he's my enemy
get out of the way.
too.
Boom.
Hey, buddy.
It's
Boda.
Redemption Troop Major Tyson.
Yeah, that's totally Buddha. Maybe it's Hinduism. No, I mean Buddhism.
Boom. Oh! See, you definitely want to hit those, Grant.
Damn, son. I think I accidentally hit that one.
Yeah.
But I'll take it.
So are you? Oh. Is the square button supposed to be used for shooting? I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
Is it or? Oh, nice! 3 in a row, man. Got this, Grant.
It's because they just want me to hit the triangle, and I like already hitting the triangle.
Uh-oh. Okay, now that one you got to get out of the way of.
Okay.
Yeah, it's why I like to think like Guardians so much, and why I like Parks and Recreation so much is I love just the optimistic hopefulness of that.
So you just like Chris Pratt.
And Chris Pratt, yeah. I really like Chris Pratt. Or like,
Everyone loves Chris Pratt right now.
Captain America. I really liked the first Captain America movie. I thought it was more Superman than Man of Steel, because I love the way that Captain America's character can be.
Do you like the second one?
Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's a little bit darker.
It is darker, but I love the fact that even in the face of that kind of
adversity,
in the face of Robert Redford's kind of like, well, the world's a complicated place, Cap. You don't know what's going on.
The Dark Knight films. The Nolan films.
No. The thing is that I do like them. I don't like them as much as other people do, because it gets tiresome to me eventually. A lot of I've gone way into detail about what I do and don't like about those movies.
He's missing the triangle. Look at him down at his balls.
Get the balls. Boom. And you just rearrange his face.
That looks even bigger than he was before.
He might be getting bigger.
Uh-oh.
As time goes on. I don't necessarily dislike the Nolan movies. I watch them. It's actually a trope on the site. People get upset when I start talking about that stuff. Really? I just feel like
how have I never heard of this?
Oh, have you honestly never heard me? We've never gone over this before?
No.
Really?
I didn't know that you had a problem with the Dark Knight.
Yeah, I do.
It's kind of surprising to me.
Yeah,
because,
I have a few problems.
what's wrong with you? You're evil.
Yeah. That's what everybody says. And, you know, there was a day when I was at a bar, right? And I was there with Bo and Brian Salisbury and I think, our two-time. So you get quick time events.
And where's my triangle thing?
No, it's not going to be triangle. It's probably going to be other things. Or maybe not.
What is it?
I was there with Bo. I was there with Brian Salisbury. I was there with a few other people. Oh, shit!
It's a giant elephant.
How are all the things in the world getting all turned red by impurity?
Oh.
Is he doing air guitar?
Without him, there's evil in the world.
And I said this to them, and I thought they were going to knife me. I thought they were going to break a beer bottle and start stabbing me with it. And then I went over all the things, and then they were like, oh, well, that makes a lot of sense.
No, I mean, you have a good point, but I think it's a very personal point.
Sure.
I don't agree that about your perception of how this affects society.
Yeah. I'm fully out there with the idea that video games. I don't believe that video games cause people to become violent. In the same way
elephant just came and then just died in front of us.
Yep. It's mostly just the fact that I really hate it, Grant, when you try to talk about Dark Knight, that people treat you like you're a crazy person. Nobody will even talk to you about things in it. So
it's one of those.
They're just like, what do you mean you don't like it? Are you gay? And
it's like religion to some people.
Yes, exactly.
It is so important to them.
Yep.
That they get defensive and deaf to anything you want to bring up as a counterpoint.
Yep.
And you can, but you're wrong about everything you say.
Yeah, that's and that just makes me more upset.
We just got
and
to
irritated.
the commercial break.
Yeah.
No,
shit. Okay.
I was just saying though, you had a good point.
Well, I haven't even gone over the whole thing with you. I'll go over it with you at some point. But
is every one of our Patreon videos going to be 45 minutes now?
I don't know. We might just have to start doing one. I mean, we have to at least get to a stopping
cut
point.
The half break here.
Yeah, I guess so. Well,
we do one and a half.
Okay. Okay, we'll stop once we get to the action, unless it's just quick time events. If it gets to another action sequence, then we'll stop there.
Okay. We'll see.
The great Wizen.
That was his buddy.
He's got the cyborg mustache, yeah. Dude, I'm going to start making hand motions like that, just all at the bank every time.
If these guys were all his friends,
yeah,
why wouldn't they, trust him?
Because the dude told him that he was a traitor. That he killed the Emperor of Strata. Remember in the first episode?
Yeah, but they should trust him.
Oh, come on.
He didn't say he killed him.
Oh, shit. You've got a button to shut him up.
Shut the fuck up, motherfucker.
Boom!
Punch you in the mouth.
Shut up, Wizen!
Oh, he's earned a trophy for it. Can I punch him in the mouth again?
No, I don't think so.
That's not the name of this game. It's not Wizen's Wrath.
That's right. All right, well, we're going to go ahead. We're going to cut it off here because we're at 37 minutes. We'll be back next week with more Asura's Wrath. I apologize for not getting to your questions. If you want to put them down in the comments, we will attempt to get back to them next week. Sorry about that. And also, if you guys are tired of me talking about this shit, I'm sorry for just...
Tough shit. That's what you guys pay for.
Kind of a million... That's kind of on my mind all the time, so... but yeah, thanks for watching, and we will be back at you next week with another Patreon video.
We love you guys. Unless that's weird. Was it too soon?
It's a little weird.
Too soon.
A little weird. Oh! Oh!
I punch all bullets. I punch them back.
All right. We're done.